Hello, welcome to Crypto Insights, where we teach you about crypto. My name is Thomas and I'm the host to this channel. In this video, I will explain what is the concept of the metaverse and where is it coming from. So this video is really aiming for beginners and to create a basic understanding of the metaverse. I will also explain how consumers, users and retailers can benefit from the metaverse. More specifically, I'm aiming for fast-moving consumer goods, FMCG, so the goods that you track in the supermarket. Will supermarkets go digital and what is their profit? So with all of that said, let's jump into this week's video. The Metaverse, facts and opportunities for FMCG. FMCG standing for fast moving consumer goods. These are actually all the products that you find in a supermarket. What is the Metaverse? The concept comes from Neil Stephenson's dystopian cyberpunk novel, Snow Crash, in 1992. That was the first mention of the Metaverse. Then, years later, Second Life was created in 2003. This is a game, actually the first metaverse that was built. Users earn up to 60 million per year off this Second Life platform. You read it well. Only the metaverse become mainstream this year, but in 2003, the first metaverse was already built and people were already full-time earning on this platform. Then we got Ready Player One, the novel by Ernest Cline, written in 2011. And based on this novel, Steven Spielberg made Ready Player One, the movie, in 2018. And that really blew up. If you haven't seen that movie yet, I can really recommend it to you because you will have a better concept of what is the metaverse. Then let's go into misconceptions about the metaverse. The metaverse is only for gaming. It's not. So currently what is hot in the NFT space is play to earn gaming. So you can actually play and earn at the same time. All the items that you encounter in-game, you could sell for real money. But the metaverse is something different. The metaverse is a more social concept where you encounter other players and socialize with those players. It's more about what you dress, also to buy NFTs online. It's not only about gaming. Some of the metaverses like Decentraland have some games built in, also like a casino built in, but it's not the main purpose of the metaverse. For a play to earn game, the main purpose is playing to earn gaming. The metaverse versus virtual reality and augmented reality. So the metaverse is really a digital world where you can go and encounter. Virtual reality, you need the virtual reality glasses. So it's where the reality is changed. And augmented reality is a layer on top reality. So it means that from everything you encounter, half of it is real. So the big difference is that you can play the metaverse without being in virtual reality because you can actually play the metaverse already from your laptop. Meta is actually a better example. They created glasses of virtual reality that you need to use in their metaverse. So some metaverses you can do without virtual reality, other metaverses you can only do with virtual reality. So I hope you see the differences now. So the metaverse is a real completely digital world. Virtual reality, you need some extra items like glasses in order to have this experience. So they can glide together, but they can also be separated. Then the metaverse will replace the real world. I don't think this is going to happen on any short time frame because in the real world, we still need to work out, we still need to move, and we still need to eat, else we all die. And this is not yet possible in the metaverse, if it will ever be possible in the metaverse. The metaverse is just a hype. I don't think that the metaverse is just a hype based on that movie because as much as there is a big gain to have from retailers, there is also a big gain for customers. There is also a huge demand and investing in the whole gaming industry and also in this metaverse industry. Later in this presentation, you will see what companies are already invested in the metaverse. The metaverse as a monopoly. I fully disagree with the word the metaverse, which means there is only one. I believe there will be multiple metaverses, the same way as that there's multiple telephone providers, multiple internet browsers, multiple car brands. There will also be multiple metaverses for whoever wants fit. We can, for example, have a metaverse that is based on cartoons for people that really like cartoons. We could create a metaverse that is based on sci-fi for people that are really into sci-fi. We could create a metaverse that is really into reality, that really everything looks real. It's for everyone different, and we try to target all those people that have different interests in the metaverse. So, facts about the metaverse. So, companies as Gucci, Heineken, Shopify, Samsung, JP Morgan, Qualcomm, and Apple are already investing in the metaverse heavily. So if you look at purchases, 45 billion is spent annually on virtual goods, almost double the amount that is spent on buying music. So virtual goods are digital NFTs or in-game items. As the metaverse is very new, most of these purchases didn't take place in the metaverse. Then 60 billion. This is the number of messages sent on Roblox daily. Roblox is a centralized metaverse. I will later explain the difference between decentralized and centralized metaverses. Then the revenue. 80 million was paid to the creators of Second Life as an online multimedia platform. The company's GDP for 2021 was around 650 million. So the Second Life platform was sold for 80 million, and the current GDP is 650 million. So this was a great investment at that time. Ownership, NFT, 41 billion. In the current market cap of non-fungible tokens, in short, NFTs, which are cryptographic tokens that can be used to represent real-world items like artwork and real estate. So you can buy digital land, as you already know, in Decentraland and in Sandbox. You can buy Bored Apes. There is already many NFTs available, and this current market cap, they expect to be around 41 billion. Then 200 number of strategic partnerships to date with the Sandbox, including Warner Bros. Group to launch music-themed virtual world. So obviously this is already old information and this has been growing even more, but Sandbox already has 200 partnerships. So now I'm going to explain the difference between centralized metaverses and decentralized metaverses. So Decentraland and Sandbox are decentralized metaverses, meaning that everyone can develop on the platform. Meta and Roblox are centralized metaverses, meaning there is one company behind it that keeps all the data and has their own developers. So the big difference is that Decentraland and Sandbox are way more transparent than Meta and Roblox. Metaverse concerts. This is actually the first concept to attract more people into the metaverse. So artists start making their appearances in the metaverse with digital concerts. The metaverse adds a whole new level of creative freedom and reach to their fan base because you're obviously not limited to the laws of gravity. And as you can see, you can create a Travis Scott that is like 10 times bigger than the audience. The same happens here for Ariana Grande. And in the middle, we also have a concert of Justin Bieber. If you haven't watched or experienced any of these metaverse concerts because you didn't buy a ticket, no worries. You can still watch the video on YouTube. All of these are available on YouTube. Fashion in the metaverse. More creative freedom due to the non-existing laws of physics in the metaverse. As you see here, for example, these Adidas shoes, in the real world, you have gravity. So shoes need to be comfortable to walk on. Currently, we start seeing shoes also as a piece of art, especially sneakers, but they still need to be walkable. In the metaverse, this is not necessary because there is no gravity. So these shoes are only a fashion statement. They don't need any comfort. Second of all, you don't really need to work with sizes because all the characters in the metaverse have a one fit size. Then you're able to communicate with your customers directly. So instead of like targeting ads on your customers, now customers can go to your metaverse and directly communicate with you, and you can have a direct communication with them back. Metaverse stores sell digital items and real life clothes. So currently, we're still in a hybrid model. If you go into the metaverse, you're able to buy real life items and you're able to buy digital NFTs. If you buy the real life items, they will be shipped to you and you can buy them through the metaverse. The digital items, obviously, they're directly available after purchasing. NFTs offer digital exclusivity. So, as I already explained, the whole sneaker business currently is that it moves more into the art section because they will only do a limited supply, as for example, Jeezys, where secondary sales are becoming more and more expensive. NFTs can offer this same because the maximum amount available is already available before the launch. So everyone knows before the launch of an NFT how limited the supply will be. And this creates exclusivity. And this can be also done with fashion NFTs. FMCG in the metaverse. So Walmart, Carrefour, and Lidl are already investing on concept shops in the metaverse. On this picture here on top, you see me, my personal character in Decentraland in a Walmart pop-up store. The other ones are images generated by Walmart and shared by Walmart. So, new retail shopping experience. Visiting a supermarket from your desk during lunch, the goods could be delivered on home upon arrival after work. So, you don't have to go to the physical supermarket anymore. We already had e commerce, obviously, but e commerce wasn't really going very well because the experience of doing grocery shopping in e commerce is just not that well. So this metaverse gives an enhanced layer. You can now really grab the product, look at the product, look how big it is, and everything should be fit towards the real physical product. So it really just creates a hybrid model in between e-commerce shopping and being there in the store. The big win is saving time of going to the supermarket and actually do your purchasing, and also saving time waiting in line to pay off your products. Then there's unlimited creative freedom in advertising, not bound to any physical laws in the real world. So you can, example, have cows flying around that are a commercial of Red Bull, or you can see a dragon flying around that does a commercial advertisement towards you. So in the metaverse, you're again not bound to the laws of physics, and therefore you have a complete creative freedom regarding advertisements in these supermarkets. Facts about retail in the metaverse. So, Walmart filed 7 patents related to the metaverse. Carrefour bought digital parcel 33,147 in the sandbox metaverse. So, they actually purchased some digital land. Heineken drops metaverse beer NFT Heineken Silver. So Heineken actually dropped a digital beer. Coca-Cola announced that the new drink, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Bite, will be launched in the metaverse before it ends up in the store. P&G takes the first step into the metaverse with Beauty Sphere, so their special brand will be the brand in the metaverse. Red Bull filed a trademark application indicating that the firm plans to expand into the metaverse and offer branded non-fungible tokens. L'Oreal eyes NFTs and the metaverse, filing for 17 virtual good related trademarks. So is retail interested in the metaverse? 100% sure. So, what questions do retailers and brands ask? So, what are the customer demographics and interests and behaviors? Like, what is it Gen Z that is interested in the metaverse? Is it the millennials? Is it more male? Is it more female? Is it families? Is it youngsters? So, what is the customer demographics that is entering and has interest in the metaverse? How are competitors presented in the metaverse? So nobody wants to be first within innovations, but they still want to know which competitor is already active, what works for them and what doesn't work for them. How do consumers access the metaverse? Like, do they use indeed the virtual reality glasses? Are they just accessing it from behind their laptops? How do they explore? How do they access the metaverse? Is there more interest in centralized metaverses or in decentralized metaverses? So, how do customers access it? What experience are customers looking for? Obviously, you want to answer the questions that the customers have. So customers go into the metaverse with an idea of what they go and what they encounter. So the retailers really would like to know, what do customers actually want to see there? What is the experience of luxury brands? What does luxury brands like Gucci and like Louis Vuitton do different from the average brands? What does the customer expect from brands in the metaverse? What is the connection between the metaverse and cryptocurrency? So, is there only cryptocurrency enthusiasts in the metaverse? Or is there also people that are not really into cryptocurrencies but still are into the metaverse? Then here we have some facts that adults overall are interested in the metaverse, but in generally, there's more men than women. Actually, double the amount of men is interested than women. Opportunities for retailers in the metaverse. So, what new services will appear in the metaverse? So, this research into new types of displays and promotions which are used in the metaverse will probably launch a completely new type of companies that are really aiming for metaverse promotions and displays. Then there will also be companies collecting data from the metaverse that actually answer these questions from the retailers, which they can, as you can see in the third dot, offering market insight to retail clients that wish to enter the metaverse. So if a company is interested in entering the metaverse, they would like to have a starter package of like, okay, so what are the steps that I have to do? How do I reach my customers? So the setup for metaverse branches per country, private versus public. So what type of stores do I set up? Because I'm not sure if you are aware, but if you go to the US or to a supermarket in Europe, you will see big differences. Actually, different countries within Europe, they will have completely different supermarkets and different products because culture is a really big impact of what do people consume in that country versus that other country. This means you also need to create different types of metaverse stores. Will you do it per branch? Would you do it per country? Then do you choose to have your store in a public blockchain or in a private blockchain or in both? So you really have to look into what type of stores, what type of branches do I want to build in the metaverse? Then product research into what real life items will be replaced with digital items. So you could just see that Heineken and Coca-Cola already create digital items, but they're not really replaceable. But maybe there's some new products entering in the metaverse or old products, like will a toothbrush ever be replaceable and set up in the metaverse? So this is all analysis. Then the new limitation of characters to track. So more information and characteristics will be available on items. Characteristics are no longer limited to the size of the product. So normally, if you take a bottle of beer, you can see that the description is written on the bottle. But in the metaverse, you can actually grab the bottle and everything, all the characteristics of this bottle will appear in full screen, as you can see in one of the early pictures. So as you can see on this picture, you can see that once you touch an item, way more characteristics is available because you're no longer limited to the size of the pot. Then how will cryptocurrencies go together with the metaverse? There will be a special tracking because now we have in cryptocurrency, we have explorers where we can see all the crypto transactions. How will we track these cryptocurrency transactions in the metaverse? Merchandising service is routing. So routing is what is the optimal way for a customer to go through a supermarket to make as many purchases as possible? Is this different? Is the metaverse different from real life? Maybe you can have a whole new set of routing. Again, you're not limited to the boundaries and the laws of physics. Adding complementary items. As I just showed, you can have more characteristics available. Now you can also add complementary items. So you can track that whoever is interested in crisps is also more likely to buy Coca Cola. And whoever maybe is interested in um, chicken breast or healthy products probably wants to have a more healthy drink besides it. Then less physical property rent and less physical employees. So obviously, when this metaverse becomes booming and the branches and the retail in the metaverse becomes booming, maybe you need less physical stores because more and more people are buying digitally. So from the retailer perspective, this can also be a large saving pot. So they can save a lot on physical stores and on physical employees. So these are my ideas about the metaverse, and I think there is a whole new opportunity. There will also be new brands. So currently we have Louis Vuitton and Gucci, which are physical brands, and Jeezys. But I believe that there will be a whole new brand, the same as Bored Apes, which doesn't exist in real life, but exists online. And we will see new brands popping up that are only focusing on metaverse fashion. So this was the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed this and you learned something from it. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe so you will always be the first ones to see this video. If you have any questions or comments on this video, I would really like to be in touch with you. So also please really respond. And I hope to see you next week. Bye.